Today I'm taking a look at a pretty good universal headset, as I call it. A Bluetooth headset for all devices, one could say, even for ones that don't come with Bluetooth support. Noise cancellation is also featured. We are focusing on the Creative Zen Hybrid, the Pro Classic version of it. In fact, there are also the more affordable Pro and SXFI versions available. The Pro Classic version currently goes for around $120, which appears to be a fairly decent price for what's being offered here. Anyway, this is a headset not only suitable for work, music listening and the like, but also for gaming. It also comes with a detachable microphone. And don't worry, Creative also allows desktop PCs to connect wirelessly via Bluetooth, even if the PC or other device doesn't even offer native Bluetooth support. I'll say it right away, these are the first good pair of headphones or a headset I've had in a long time, and they happen to be more versatile than ever, at least compared to what I've had to deal with in the past. But what about the build quality, and just as important, how good does the headset actually sound? Is it any good? And what does the microphone sound like? Included in the box are the following things: the Zen Hybrid Pro Classic headset itself, the detachable microphone, a Bluetooth transmitter which connects via USB-C along with instructions for it, a USB-C charging cable, and the general manual for the headset. From a purely aesthetic perspective, this Creative headset is kept very simple and elegant, in my opinion. It's an over-ear design. Ergonomic features include an adjustable headband, with the ear cups also being rotatable by 90 degrees, making them perfect for carrying around and wearing around one's neck. And they also can be folded. Of course, all the standard angles are offered. The headband is nicely padded, and the ear cups themselves also have decent padding, appear to be covered in faux leather. The headset comes in at a weight of 282 grams and sits comfortably on one's head. Even after several hours of use, I didn't experience any discomfort. The build quality seems to be solid overall. While the outer shell appears to be made entirely out of plastic, the key components at the core, as well as the folding and rotation hinges, appear to be based on metal. The Zen Hybrid Pro Classic headset can be used with or without the included detachable microphone. Even if the boom mic is not connected, we still get built-in mic action. According to the manufacturer, the headset sports a total of 5 omnidirectional microphones. I actually have to admit, the recorded voice sounds a lot clearer with the boom microphone not connected. While the recordings are a bit too quiet, they are still very usable. It's a shame that the dedicated microphone seems to perform so poorly on my headset. A big thumbs down for that. The results are disappointing. The headset can only be connected wirelessly via Bluetooth 5.3. A wired connection is unfortunately not an option. It sure would have been a nice addition in my opinion. Not only are the usual Bluetooth audio formats such as AAC and SBC supported, but also LC3 and LC3+. The latency is very low, while the efficiency appears to be quite high. Creative makes a claim of up to 100 hours of battery life without noise cancellation and up to 80 hours with ANC enabled. 40mm dynamic drivers are used here. The sensitivity is at 117 decibels. Now let's take a closer look at the left ear cup. On here, we get a power button, a volume wheel, the port for the dedicated detachable boom microphone, and the mute button for the mic. On the right ear cup are our usual next and previous track buttons for music listening, for instance, play pause, the USB-C charging port, and the ANC button for active noise cancellation. We have 3 settings to choose from here: ANC off, ANC on, or ambient mode. If I go ahead and enable noise cancellation, certain sounds are successfully completely blocked out. For instance, I could no longer hear my PC with its fans ramping up next to me. However, we aren't getting the most aggressive noise cancellation here. On the other hand, that means our audio playback remains close to unchanged for the most part, which is generally a good thing. As a little extra detail, the headset also comes with a small, thin illuminated ring on its ear cups. Optionally, you could also download and install the so-called Creative app. It allows you to make further fine adjustments. For example, you could switch between different sound and EQ modes. Regarding the battery life, I can't complain. However, I must admit that I haven't spent 80 or 100 hours with the headset yet, so there's that. Okay, so what can be said about the actual audio quality? I can definitely say good things about the Creative Zen Hybrid Pro Classic. For the price, the audio quality is acceptable and usable, but I wouldn't call it excellent. Out of the box, the headset is far too bass-heavy for my taste. The mids and especially the highs are buried and pushed to the back. With equalizing, you can get a lot more out of the headset, but at the end of the day, the mids still don't sound all too clear and full. The highlight here is probably the bass performance. It's very powerful and rich, but bass alone doesn't create a balanced and great listening experience. Ultimately, the audio quality is also a very subjective matter. It comes down to personal preference. The headset actually performs better with more modern music and mixes. Material from the 70s and 80s quickly loses some of its magic and can sound somewhat lifeless. Conclusion. So the Creative Zen Hybrid Pro Classic headset is overall impressive, but I'm generally quite harsh and picky when it comes to the audio performance of headphones. I'm not entirely impressed by the playback quality. They certainly could have done better. However, today's headset is one of the better ones I've had the pleasure of using so far. I was able to connect both my smartphone and desktop PC via Bluetooth using the included transmitter, and it worked right away. A nice addition, however, surely would have been the option for a wired connection, so that you could still use the headset even if the battery is drained. The detachable dedicated microphone deserves a big thumbs down from me. It performed really poorly for me. The built-in mics, on the other hand, deliver good, albeit a bit too quiet results, probably designed for people that prefer to scream. It's a well-known issue with headsets that they usually only deliver somewhat decent audio quality. Regular wired headphones in this price range would most certainly perform better in terms of actual audio performance, but they just won't offer convenient features like Bluetooth and all the bells and whistles, such as noise cancellation. By the way, it's great that we can use the headset with a ton of devices via Bluetooth, even if said devices don't actually support Bluetooth. At the end of the day, you have to decide what's more important to you, features or raw audio quality. Despite the shortcomings mentioned, the Creative Zen Hybrid Pro Classic at a price of roughly $120 is still worth recommending in my opinion. Would you personally buy the headset I reviewed today? Which headphones or headset are you currently using, and are you satisfied? If you enjoyed the video, feel free to leave me a like or alternatively a dislike. With that in mind, thank you all for watching, and until the next one.